Hello everybody, welcome back here in the C-Fix series at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. First time in the trucks here.
45 miles per
Only
hour.
time I've ever run the trucks at a track similar to this was in Milwaukee Mile. So I'm gonna see what I can do out of it and just try to find as much pace as possible. There's some people that are fast, there's some people that are off the pace from them, and then there's probably gonna be me, but certainly going to do the best that I can to try to at least make it entertaining if I'm not that fast, but until we'll run to the line, should have downshifted to third. That is something that is the way to go. Definitely downshifting in the middle of the corners. It's the only way to get run off the corner with how the gearing is. First lap's not going to be real good. Usually my first lap's faster than the second. Hopefully I can drive a little bit better the next lap. Just really struggling at how to not overdrive the car or the truck into the corners, but still carry enough speed through the corners.
49, you're currently 0.16 off the pace.
9th right now, but I'm sure there are more people to qualify and some people that are faster that are not qualifying. Second lap not much better through 1 and 2. We're going to have a tough time to make up half a tenth.
Zimmer, 30.58.
Yeah, second lap's definitely going to be slower. Alright, well, we'll finish it out. And now it's kind of story time. Now, it's been a struggle the last few weeks for me. I've done so many races that I haven't recorded. I've recorded them and then stopped them partway through, or wasn't happy with them, or said stuff, or whatever. There's been a lot of self-induced mistakes that are stupid, that are causing me bad finishes, or, going to the back. I've had a lot of run-ins with lap traffic with some other people. The late model open series this week at Langley has really frustrated me. It's been really bad. It's definitely been really frustrating. So, kind of, I don't know, I got really frustrated when I was running a race before, and thought I was going to take a break, just kind of walk away from everything. Still build late model open setups and maybe run that once a week, but outside of that was really going to step back from a lot of racing myself, just to try to focus on some other stuff that makes me happy, that I'm a little better at, and maybe try to hit the reset button. But decided to kind of go against that and keep running. So this week's going to be mostly NASCAR stuff to finish out. We'll do the B for sure, and possibly NIS Open. Gonna try to do a couple short track races as well mixed in, maybe a dirt track, not sure. And then the next week we'll probably focus a lot on short track, but we'll kind of see. I may still run, if I have the time to add more in, may still run NASCAR too. I don't know, we'll just kind of see which one you guys like better, which one I feel better with, which one I think is going to be better for me to focus on. I mean, ultimately, long far-fetched goals would be to run Road to Pro, so NASCAR obviously would be, at least the trucks would be the more beneficial for that, but I don't know if I've really mastered short track racing the way that I needed to as well, so that might be a little more beneficial for me to focus on, and sometimes I enjoy that a little more. It just kind of depends, but so you may see some different stuff out of me. The other big thing too that I really feel like has probably been part of the problem lately is I've really been putting an emphasis on trying to gain I rating, trying to get above, the 3K mark, get to 3,500 or whatever. Same thing, with my car number's this, I need to finish here, or I want to finish. I mean, those are all great goals to have, but I think what I need to focus on is just focusing on the driving performance of myself. And if I can drive how I wanted to, and I get put in the back, I finish in the back, then that just means that I need to work on improving whatever I was doing in the driving. If I was quick but inconsistent, then I just got to work on replicating what I was doing. I was doing the right thing, it just wasn't replicating it enough. So, just really going to focus more on, am I hitting consistent lines for what I know how to do? Can I try to adapt a line in the middle of the race and learn from people around me? If I can do all that, I don't care where I finish. I finish in the back, then everybody was just flat out faster than me. If I get wrecked by a lap car, then, you know, that's what it is. If I get beat by somebody else, that's what it is. So, hoping maybe that mindset will help me settle down a little bit, be a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. But put it to use in this one, and we'll just see what happens. Didn't even mention what car number I was, so just see what we can do. Get ready to go.
Green, green, green.
I mean, I'm not really expecting much out of myself here, because like I said, I struggle at flat tracks in these series, so
Still there.
just try to not overdrive the throttle off the corner so I keep the momentum up, kind of like
Still there.
12 truck did, or not the 12, the 19, and there goes everything. Trying to hang on to it, 19. Yeah, we're going to the back. Oh well, so that's what happens. I don't know if I turned right into the 19 or if it just came down off the wall, but I guess, you know, good chance to test the mental right there. So I don't really feel like I did anything wrong, so looks like we'll be in the back unless we get a caution. Maybe I should have qualified in the back. Whatever, we'll take a look at it. I know a lot of people have said they quit running officials because of stuff like that, and they run leagues. I don't know, I've run some leagues and found that they can be just as bad.
6-0.
I would also be giving up, you know, the goal of ever trying to do Road to Pro. We'll see if we can rebound back. Just gotta hit lines, try to not overdrive it so I don't wear out the right front too early. If I can do that, that'll help me later on in the race. Just need to make sure to not slide the truck off the corners. That'll end up affecting the drive off and the speed later on.
The guy behind has just done a 31.00.
Guess if it was going to happen early on, it's better than later. Gives me more of a chance to recover.
Gap to Keller. Behind is now 2.0 seconds.
Are side by side up ahead. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll get into each other.
The next car is Bello.
And I would say a caution would be the best thing we could have happen, but don't think that's likely since everybody's starting to get spread out.
P18.
Really bad lap compared to the last one. Lost about a tenth and a half.
31.10.
Center off the corners is where I'm really struggling right now. Really bad. Too much on the throttle there out of 2. Lost me so much time off the corner.
Full course caution, be careful.
And we get our first caution, the 11, spinning.
Race car is out. Line up single file behind Bello.
Alright, well, we're gonna come and
Race
get
car
damage
is out.
fixed. Gonna take
Pits
the first
are
set of
closed.
tires.
It looks like Adamson has crashed.
No reason not to, honestly. Not gonna worry about taking fuel. We're good for the rest of the race on fuel.
Pits are open.
At least this gets us grouped back up with the rest of the field, which will help possibly try to recover some positions. And we'll take a look at the replay afterwards and see, obviously, what happened if
The leader's pitting now.
I came into the 19 or if the 19 just came down off the wall into me. It's also not to overshoot.
Look out for the pit speed limit. The pit lane speed limit is 45.
Try to hit my
miles
box
per
this
hour.
time. Not that we're going to lose too many spots by doing it, especially because I plan on taking the damage.
Box in. A 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Box now.
It's definitely a test to the mental side today. Tires replaced. Seems like most of the field's doing the same thing, and then we will get the optional fixed. only reason not to. We were already in the back, so just take what we can out of it. Alright, so we'll be around the 19. Just have to watch out for him. We'll see where we line up for the restart. Pop back up to the field. So we got one to go this time by. Tires were 96, 97. I don't know if that was me overdriving it or if that was product of the slide spin. Restarting 16th. So we picked up a couple spots from where we were with the damage. To the other trucks that were still on pit road. The more I could do to fix my damage. And we'll be behind 15. 19 will be on our insides, we'll just watch out for him. Just see what we can do. We can try to get by anybody. Just gotta focus on driving smooth. Kind to the tires. Just watch out for everybody else and see if I can pick my way forward one truck at a time. So 19 got a little bit of a restart than we did. So watch for him to dive it into turn 1.
V16.
Him's coming down underneath. 15, we got a wreck there. Split that somehow. Watch out, we got our 7 to our inside going into turn 3. I was not quite clear with 7. 12. I'm lucky to catch that. I rear mirror thought I was there. Was not. Almost would have been a dumb mistake on my part. Mine looks like he gets a little loose off of turn 2. Couple trucks ahead. So we're back to 11th with those free spots. Master the line through 1 and 2. I seem to struggle more in 1 and 2 than I do in 3 and 4, but I struggle at both ends for sure. See, everybody's running a lot higher line than I am. A little more of a diamond as well through the corners.
That was at 31.02.
A little bit more grip off of turn 4 than there is turn 2. You can push a little bit faster through this end of the track. As well as closing back up on us. Lost a lot of time that last lap. Try adjusting the line a little bit here. Got a little bit of a higher line. Drove 3 a little bit in relation to the 19. Watch as the 19 catches the 16. Probably go low in 1, joined by the 16.
10th position. That was at 31.13.
Alright, so 16's gonna get a better run off the corner. Got in front of us behind the 19. We had the 9 up ahead blink. So that's what had momentarily put us in the 10th, even though we're still actually 11th.
The 11th.
Got one right by the 16 this time. 1 and 2.
Still there. Clear.
him. Set our sights back on the 19. That will actually be 10th. Got to do a better job of shifting.
P10.
Watch, I was pushing wide. The 19 looked like he was going to come off the wall, so I was kind of waiting to see him in front.
Right side.
On my screen, I wasn't anywhere close to you.
Almost had 3 wide behind us.
Left side line's clear. On your right. Clear high.
Looks like he's going to drive down off the corner. I don't know if he thought that I was clear of him. I didn't quite think I was in the mirror, but
was at 31.6.
maybe I was. This is back by him. A long way to go to the 9. It's 2 seconds ahead. We're not even halfway yet. Plenty of time to try to get there. See if the 11 and the 12 start battling with the 19. Got to mention that I left everything basically the same on the setup. Just changed the steering offset to +3. The brake bias and ratio are at the default. Probably overdriving entries a little bit. Slowly catching up on the 9.
The gap to Adamson.
Just gonna keep
behind
doing the
is
same
increasing.
thing, but
It's
also
now 1.00.
not overdrive corners so that I don't wear out the right front. See how quickly the 11 catches us now that he's got by the 19. A little bit too much throttle there out of turn 4. He's at 1 second now, so it looks like he's catching us. About a 10th a lap.
Halfway home. Fuel looks good.
Halfway down, 20 to go. Breeze going around, and it brings out a caution. Thinking you're probably going to see everybody in for the last set of tires. But to see if they came in early, I would expect them to come in now. I don't think there's any value in staying out. I think the lap times fall off too much. At least for me, they do. But I'm probably, again, overdriving the truck. So, up to 8th. Got another free spot with the 3-spin in there. So, 1 spot ahead of where we qualified. Most of the improvements come from free spots for people wrecking, but
Pits are open.
not going to complain about how I get them right now. Just got to keep pointing the truck in the right direction, trying to drive it clean. Check fuels, that way we do tires only. Looks like everybody is coming in.
The leader is pitting now. Watch your speed. Box in.
So gotta execute. This will be the last pit stop of the race since we only had 2 sets of tires. Make sure I execute on
Box
this
in.
one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alright, we'll see if we can just keep in 8th.
Woke up today thinking it could be still one base.
10 by as soon as I get out. Alright, he's going around on the outside, so that'll work. Yeah, we'll see when we catch up where we line back up.
Pits are open.
Let's check and see what happened to the 3, if he just got it loose off of 2 on his own, or if somebody helped him. Still in 8th place though, so take. Not losing any spots on pit road today. Didn't really gain any, but didn't lose any, so right now that's improvement considering the last few times I've lost spots by overshooting the box. Today's we're 95, 97 again, just overdriving that right front a little bit too much. Gotta be a little bit kinder, a little bit slower into the entry, not quite so much steering deflection into it, and just let it roll a little bit more. Probably be a little bit smoother and easier on throttle application from the center off as well. That'll help both the right front and the right rear.
Alright Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
He'll probably be working his way up. He's in 12th, so expect to probably lose a spot there. He'll probably be pretty quick coming through if he didn't get too much in the way of damage. Which I would assume if nobody hit him, it really wasn't much. It's probably very similar to what I had. And 19's also back. It's 13, so I don't know if he'll be able to get up to us quickly or to watch for banzai moves out of him. He does get around us. Be restarting with just 15 laps to go. And again, unless we get any kind of damage, that was our last pit stop, so more strategy calls. Get ready to go. Meters off and rolling.
Let's go.
Walking up in front of us for some reason. I know I kind of cut down on this wall. Or makes contact with 9 in the middle corner.
3 wide, you're on the bottom. Right side.
We got 4 wide behind us. 12 is the one that gets shuffled out of that. 3's working his way through. He dives on the bottom.
He's still there. They're on the inside.
Just let him go. 3 wide. We get 4x out of that because we got into the 10 because the 3 pushed up. I don't know, maybe I got a little too afraid, but that was way too tight for me. I don't think this 3 really should have been pushing that one, but maybe that was my fault for drifting up. Sorry for getting into you there, 10. I had the 3 dive on the inside of me. It got pinched between you two. So, safety rating continues to drop, unfortunately. Not having a good run of that either. I don't know, 4x of it. The 19 I don't really feel like was my fault, but it could have been, and I don't know what I was supposed to do differently there. We'll look at it. Maybe it was a lot more room than I thought next to the 3, but I felt like he was pushing into me. Doubt the 10 really cares about my apology, but I had to throw that back to him. I knew the 3 was going to be aggressive. Just didn't know he was going to do that. And you get aggression in any of the races, doesn't matter whether it's fixed setup or open setup. Aggression is just the name of the game now, but sometimes it does seem like it happens a little more in the fixed setup. I don't know if the 10
Pits are open.
or me might have been on all teams instead of drivers only. To go. Be restarting on
We're under
lap
caution.
41.
It's closed.
So let's just 10 to go. It's just going to be about trying to drive as clean as I can with the incident points if possible. Just watch out for everybody that's going to be nuts. 19 be on the outside T rows back. no, just one pro back, excuse me. So watch out for him. The 10 kind of looked like he was cutting in front of us when he wasn't really clear to off that last restart, but like I said, I think the 3 kind of pinched me up into him, just dove it in, and then washed up the track trying to drive it in a bit faster. So whether or not that worked, you know, I don't know. We'll take a look at that. Same thing with deal. Look at the 19 afterwards as well, off the opening lap. One to go here. Lined up behind the 4.
Race car's coming in this lap.
Try to do the best we can here in 7th. It's all about not overdriving it. Now tired horse, kind of not really a whole big thing, but still can't overdrive the entries because that'll kill the exits, and that'll be where people gain a lot of time on me. Just have to be slower and smooth in. I put the throttle down as quickly as possible. But
low, God.
also keep that from, you know, sliding tires to not lose momentum, and then see what we can do to get off the corners. Off and rolling.
We're racing.
We got a much better restart than the 4, although the 4 might have been trying to lay in behind him. The reason to go all the way to the bottom.
You got one right side.
Not sure what he's doing there. A little bit of a sideways drift there in the middle of 1 and 2. Alright, so we're still in 7th. No big deal. Overdrive turn 3. Just watch for the 3 to make contact with somebody else. So pull away from 12. We've got blocking all on the front stretch. Trucks going everywhere.
Times are improving.
2 trucks. There's the 2 and the 3 on the apron. I am not brave enough to try that. I will just be a spectator for this battle at the front. Leader's gone. Try to position myself so that if any contact happens, I can avoid it and take advantage of more free spots from it. Definitely pulling away from the 12 behind. I'm kind of separating out a little bit behind as well. 4 gets into the wall.
Coming up on here.
That's your quickest lap.
Take advantage of
Steady
that.
still there. Clear up high.
Full course caution.
And I made contact with him. I don't know if I pushed up into him or if he turned down. No, not a good race to show you guys coming back. That one was probably on me. We'll have to wait and see. Check that one after as well. Too many things to be looking at. Not the way I wanted to get by him.
Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car 04. Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
I don't know if he's yelling at the 4 or not. Yeah, 11 yelling at the 4. I'll have to check and see what happened there. I don't know, that's probably the first one from inside the truck that I can admit was probably a mistake on my part. I probably just wanted to get by him, overdrove it, but it may have been a racing incident that he came down. I don't know, we'll have to see. I know he was probably trying to defend that spot as best as he could as well. So there's no chance anybody was going to pit road. I don't know why the 3 is trying to fake people out. No chance anybody was going to pit road. Guessing the way it's going to set up, we'll probably get a restart with 2 to go. I'll apologize for that one, so we can take a look at it and see. Not a problem talking this. It was hard for me to tell from inside whether or not I overdrove it, pushed up into you or not. We'll still take a look at that and see, but that's a rare apology out of him. I appreciate that for sure.
Course yellow. Pits are open.
It helps a lot with. I mean, I gotta quit getting so angry about people, regardless of whether or not they apologize or what they do. But that goes a long way in making it feel a lot all. Tried to do what I could to give him the outside line to recover, and me just take an earlier entry. So, yes, like I said, it feels good to know that he doesn't think I made a mistake. Yeah, the 12's not happy with me cutting down in front of him off that last restart. I can understand. So, definitely try to clear myself a little bit better this time on the outside. It's going to be tough to battle on the outside for sure. Bottom is definitely the way to go. You can see the 3 and the 2 both making the apron work in 1 and 2. Appreciate the help from people. Sometimes there's limits to watching what to say. I don't really try to coach people all that much personally. But that's just me. If they want help, they're more than welcome to ask them, and I'll help them away. We're going to get the 19 lined up behind us, so the restart with 2 to go, that's going to be fun to watch what he's going to do. I'm just going to hope that I can get a better restart and try to pull away. 10x isn't kind for the stats for the safety rating, but
race will resume at the end of this lap.
Seems like all of it was not really much I could have done to avoid, so take that, for what it's worth. Just, I don't know, move on a little bit. Put it out of mind. Just focus on these last 2 laps here, 1 lap at a time. Trying to get a good restart. And I'll take it 1 corner at a time. Certainly going to try to put my best battle up on the outside, but it's definitely going to be tough. Trucks just don't have enough power to really make the outside work very well. Try to do what we can. I don't know what the 18 is going to be like, but good for him to run 4th still. For the 19, I guess, we're recovering back to 8th. Alright, 12 was really slow, 19 was slow, so don't have to worry about clearing them that way. See 5 trying to dive in. Let's see if we can follow behind the 6. Maybe we can get to the 18 before he train him on the outside. 5 shoots down the track behind. Kind of overdrove turn 3 there. It's going to run off. White flag this time by. Wouldn't have overdrove, but might have been able to get to the 6.
White flag, 1 more to go.
6 kind of overdrives entry. You can see him wash up. 18's getting a little loose there. No pressure from behind, just all focusing on it. The 6 or the 18 is going to make a mistake here through 3 and 4. 3 just pushes all the way up into the 1. They're both going to get wiped out. 18 is going to almost take out the 6. He gets loose. Try to get the run by him. I think we did. I think we got 4th.
P4.
Wow. Wow.
Well done.
2 free spots with the 3 and the 1, and then I got lucky that the 18 got loose on the inside of the 6, or outside of the 6, so lots to review. Start from the beginning, but plenty to review. That was, yeah. Wow. It was a crazy finish. So let's go look at the very beginning. Just gonna start here. So 19 was starting on our outside. Just going in, holding the line. I guess kind of timing it in a little bit. Okay, so cleared him there. You can see the 4 has the problem. Ah, man, that's so hard to say what happened there. Check that, and then we'll check and see what happened to the 4. So I kind of moved up because I saw the 4, and I thought the 12 was going to move up. So it's hard since there's no lane markers. I'm trying to judge it off of the wall. This is where I straightened it out. So it starts as a bit of net code, but it also looks like the 19 tries to turn down off the wall. Because if we watch him in relation to the wall, which I know I'm pinching him up, like, I mean, by no means it's not leaving him much room, but he gets close to the wall, and then he starts turning down off, and I hadn't really turned in, so I'm going to kind of put that a little bit more on the 19. I mean, it kind of, like I said, started as a bit of netcode, but the 19 definitely just turned off. Unfortunately, that's just one of those where he's got to realize that he can't just turn, like, I've got the 12 to my inside. I'm not really going to be turning in all that early, and I wasn't sure exactly where the 4 was as well. So with me being on a single screen, it's hard for me to judge the left side without hitting the look left button to where to go. So 19 just assumed I was going down and then turned into me, which, you know, that kind of sucked. And then, let's see, this is where I was trying to save it. We're sliding. I was really not, I was trying to hold it as best as I could. Probably should have just locked it down rather than staying it, but was trying to, it didn't feel like it was too far gone, so I was trying to save it. I got lucky enough that traffic behind closed up, and then this is where I just locked it down at this point to let everybody. So, and then let's see what happened to the 4. Back that up and see what happened to him. So he's gonna get going. This is probably one of the few early on in the race that I look at that were not faulted. He just gets loose off of turn 2. Just a little too much throttle, kind of kicks the right rear around, has to lift to save it. So, yeah, I mean, I guess good job to everybody else for being able to avoid me. It was super helpful. And then let's see the deal. Okay, so that's where cleared. Alright, so here's where the 3 is going to come diving in. So let's watch it from his perspective. This is actually going to be the best place to do it. So yeah, this was the restart. The 12 was not happy with me cutting down. I mean, you can see me trying to cut underneath 10, and got really lucky. I think the 12 probably hit the brakes some to avoid me. We might have had a bit of netcode there. So definitely needed to have been a little bit smarter on that one. That was not my smartest move by any means. So we'll watch the restart. 3 is going to be here on the outside. It's going to end up cutting in front of the 16. Just gets a good run in the center. Gets a really good run off. You can see the 9 gets shuffled back outside. This is where they went 4 wide momentarily. 13, 12 and the 9 just kind of converge on the 13, so it allows the 3 to go by. He dives in, gets loose underneath. Okay, so he didn't really drift up all that much. It really wasn't on him as much as I thought it was. So let's watch it from my perspective, because it looked like he was a lot closer. Like, I was trying to cut down like I had been, and also trying to stay off. So then as soon as I saw that, that's where I kind of had to lift, you know, or watch. And you can see I was kind of working the throttle, and then as soon as I see the 2 of them, I'm trying to get on the brake. I think it actually starts out maybe as a bit of net code, but we were definitely getting the right front fender into the left side door of the 10, and that sent him around. So I don't know, it was kind of hard. Like, should have just probably bailed out and you know, let the 10 go. I don't know if I would have run the risk. Let's look at the rear chase. 9 probably would have gotten by me on the outside. That's just probably a spot where I need to be the one to be smarter and bail out of 3 wide, but definitely looks like it's a bit of netcode though. I don't know, with me on the brake already at that point, maybe I might have stayed out of the 10 if it wouldn't have been for the net code, but it's so hard, like, because the problem is the 10's also expecting me to cut down off the exit. Like, you can see how far he's cutting down, so he's pinching me in a sense against the 3, and like I don't think he really has full track position to come there, because like we're basically even coming into the turn 3 here, and then he's outbraking me a little bit, continuing to roll down. Like, it's kind of a racing deal. It's kind of both of us going to the same spot, being pinched on the bottom by the 3, and I don't really have anywhere else to go, unfortunately. Like, I probably could have gotten on the brakes a little bit more to stay out of him, but not really else a ton to do there, so. And we'll see here. So, we'll rewind this. I want to see where the 4 gets. So the 4 is the aqua silver car up ahead. I overshot turn 3. 4 is going to push wide out of 4, gets the wall there. It's going to give me a big advantage going down the front stretch. Can try to look to his inside. Oh man, okay, so let's see. Let's watch this from the 4's perspective. So I think this is where it's going to be a better perspective. So we're both going in. Yeah, it definitely looks like he just cuts down. Like that looks more like him. Like I'm there trying to stay off. I'm trying to head for that first seam. And he's cutting down probably more than that realistically, so maybe a bit in that code for that one as well. It's kind of hard to see. Like, is there a gap between us? Yeah, that's probably a bit of light contact as well, but that's what sends him around. I mean, he admitted to it, and the initial, like this part here, if you watch, so he's loose, and then that's net code for sure, because you just see the truck just kick even further. The right end kicks even further out, so that's definitely net code. Probably should have cut a little bit lower, honestly, but I thought he was going to stay a little higher. So, I mean, again, he admitted to cutting it on that one. So, that one I think kind of explains itself. But so then he gets there. That's what the 11 was complaining about. So he gets on the wall. You've got the traffic coming, and he gasses it immediately, try to get going, and he's just never making that corner ever. And the 11's got nowhere to go. So that takes out the 11. Flips the 4 goes rolling. He'll land back on his wheels, but yeah, that sucked for the 11. He probably should have just taken the losses. I know it was 7 to go, but you got to take the losses and just lock it down for a little bit. Although I say that as I was trying to save a slide too, but I wasn't. I don't think I was quite that far sideways. And then let's look at what happens between the 3 and the 1. The last lap. So he's clear of the 2. He's a good bit back from the 1. 18 overdrives it big time, almost gets into him, and almost gets into the 2 as well. And the 3 is definitely gaining on the 1. Looks like he picked up a truck length or so. And he just, oh my word, what is that send? Wow, he just full sends it, gets the grass, shoots up, and then just, like, doesn't bail out. I don't think he could. But, like, watch how far he just drives it in. Like, that is a last lap, last quarter, like, full send into the grass. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. It's going to push him up in the track. He's in a 4-wheel slide at this point, trying to hang on to it, and then just gets right in the left side of the door and takes the 1 out. Yeah, that was pretty stupid, so I think he ends up getting the win. Yeah. That's a crap way to win. That was crap. I would not have been very happy with that one at all. A lot of contact for a lot of people, so let's see what happens to the 18, because that happened behind. So the 18 sees those 2 spin. He tries to cut down. I think he just gassed it up too early. Got on the throttle. That's what over-rotates him, so he gets loose on the outside. And in the process of trying to save it, the 6 is trying to come back up the track because he's on the apron. 18 gets the right rear of the 6, slows him down, keeps the 6 going, slows him down, and then we're able to get a little more momentum and pick up that 4th place finish. So it's pretty bad moves. The 3 definitely. Like I said, the first 3 wide put us in a bad spot, but he made that one work a lot better. That turn 3 move was just terrible. If I was the one I'd be pretty upset with that one. That was a pretty junk move for sure, and it's very clear that the safety rating side of it doesn't really matter to him. So that was pretty crap. But I don't know. I mean, tough break with the 19. I don't really know how much I could have done differently there. Maybe move a little bit more, but he's got to know that he can't just turn down either and expect me to cut down. Hard to say what I do with the whole deal with the 10 and the 3. That one's pretty tough. 4 admitted to that one. Probably should have turned down just a little bit sooner, but was trying to fight him for the position too. And then, yeah, those were, the 3 contacts we had out of it. So feel free to let me know what you guys think of that. We'll take a look at the results. This will be the first time that I actually, care about finishing position or anything. Top split of 3, 28.05. So compared to me, because of all the rating I lost, a little bit of a stronger field. It was an off-peak time. So again, it's not going to be super strong race by any means compared to some of them I've been in. A little bit of safety rating loss, unfortunately, 0.12, down to just under 2.25, but keep working it and at least be able to gain 70 in the I rating. So just got to keep trying to drive clean, try to drive the laps that I can. You can see I had no business speed-wise with the 3, the 2, or the 6. They were all quarter of a second faster than me. I was actually obviously slower than the 18, just got the benefit of him having that loose there. The 5 was probably quicker than us. Let's see, the 1 definitely was. 1 got wrecked, and the 4 was right around the same pace. So reasonably, probably a 7th or 8th place truck. Right around where I qualified, right around my truck number. So I guess can't complain about it from that sense. Just obviously, definitely got to work on the line and the pace if I want to get to what the front running guys were. But as I said at the beginning, I'm absolutely terrible at these kinds of tracks, so it's going to take me even longer to learn this than, a mile and a half that's a Charlotte or something like that. So it's all a work in progress, but at least I guess able to grind something out of it and make a little bit out of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Feel free to leave all your feedback at the instance we looked at. Hopefully you understand with changing anything. I know I like mentioning like, hey, I want to finish here and we need to pick up this many spots or whatever, but I think just until I can mentally be smoother, it's what I need to do. So hopefully you guys had fun though, and until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.